Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DiChiara here once again with another amazing version of Joe DiChiara Presents. And tonight I have the hitman here, Anthony, and I want to call him Anthony Macho Comacho. I don't know how many people have ever said that. I'm not the first, but let me tell you a little bit about Anthony. I know him more from what I've heard from a mutual friend, Susie Pruden. We are both itty bitty best-selling authors. Yes, only Anthony's about 4 books ahead. This is my second, so he's got 6, and he is a master at selling. And let me tell you, I spoke to Anthony one time for about 15 minutes, and I'm still following up on like 3 pages of notes that he gave me. And no, I'm not. As soon as we got off the phone, I was implementing a bunch of them. So I want to introduce you to my new best friend, Anthony Macho Camacho. How are you, Anthony?
Hey, how you doing, Joe? It's a pleasure to be here, spending this time with you. And hey, I got to tell you, brother, you got really good content. I love how you address your people. I love how you address your audience. You're giving them good, practical nuggets that they can actually implement real time into their business. And what I like about it is that anybody can use your program, your products, your services. And so I'm very in awe of how well your marketing is, how well your website looks. I'm going to be a guest speaker on your upcoming mastermind on Saturday, October 31st. And I just got to tell you, brother, you got your stuff really dialed in. And I'm going to have to speak with you offline and see how I can use some of your stuff and implement it on my stuff.
Well, listen, I really appreciate that. I've been working on it for 30 years. But to be honest with you, thank you so much, because I'm over here saying, I'm all over the place. I got to get my stuff down. But we all do that, don't we, as entrepreneurs? You see, where I am now. You didn't see 2 years where I couldn't even talk to a camera like this, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from somebody like you, because I look at you and I'm like, man, that guy is polished. He's got his... and just like what you said, I think why I connected with you so much is you were giving me those little, okay, look, I'll give you a couple. I have historical things. I live in New York City, historical buildings. So you said, just go around my itty bitty book and take a picture and post it. That's so easy. And when I see people doing that, I'm like, wow, I should do that. But for some reason, you tell me, I'm like, okay, so now I'm taking my itty bitty book everywhere, just making comments, and just the fact that I'm holding the book up now, that came from you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we always got to have our books ready to go, man. It's no one's going to advertise for you. Right? No one's going to promote you, but you, and it's good. You may have some people, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's your responsibility as an entrepreneur, my responsibility as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a sales professional, to promote and to have the intention, not just to promote, but to let people know that you have a heartbeat, that you're a second option. Because if people don't know you exist, how can you ever be a considered option? So that's the whole point of constantly creating that mental market share, as I like to call it. You need to create mental market share with your audience, with your tribe, with your prospects, with your customers. So that way you occupy that space in their mind. So they'll want to get a hold of you. They want to talk to you. They want to do business with you. They want to refer you. How can you ever get a referral from anybody if people don't know your name, if you're not out there promoting yourself? And you can do it in a tasteful way. You don't have to do it obnoxiously, but you can do it in a very fun, very energetic, very tasteful way. And you do that, Joe. You're an amazing guy. I love watching your podcast, love watching your show. And I see tremendous big things happening for you, brother, because you know why? Because you are a go-getter. You are not just a talker. You're not a sideliner. You're not a dreamer. You're you execute, right? And I think that's one of the things where I gravitate towards you, is because, you know, you execute. You're all over the place, as you say. I don't think that you are. You say that, but you know what? You're all over the place because you're advancing forward. And that's what we need to do in business, is we need to let go of the hesitation. We need to let go of overthinking. I'm not saying don't plan, but what I'm saying is take a step forward. If you make a mistake, you stumble, you fall, who cares? Have some fun with it. You know, that didn't work out too well. How can I go forward and make it better the next time? You know, aside from doing training, right? You know, providing sales training, aside from getting any type of training, personal development, professional development, is actual experience. So, you know, there's one thing to read a book, there's one thing to go to a seminar, there's one thing to go to a workshop, which are all good. I'm an advocate for all of those things. But it's doing the actual work, doing the hands-on is what's really going to create that experience. Doing the reps of presenting, doing the reps of getting on video. Like you said, you know, 2 years ago, you would have never dreamed of getting on a video. And look at you now. You look like you've been doing this forever, you know? But
I got people asking me I'm like, maybe I can make money at this. But
I'm
Anthony,
you're doing great.
It became simple once I listened to people like Craig Duswalt, like you, and I see people, and I'm like, they're just being themselves.
That's right.
And I was like, I could be myself. I think I can be myself. And what you're talking about, you know, you said so many things, and I wanted to stop you, but you were on a roll, because this is what happens. You know, I'm a student of people failing in business, let's say. You know, it's become my mission to not, you know, to show them the simple ways to do things like you do. And we don't know when we get into business that we got to promote, you know, and to me, promotion, you know, self-promotion, I don't want to go out. I don't want that. Not many people want to be in the spotlight. So how do you get over that? You know, because you can't be in business successfully if you're not self-promoting.
Right.
I believe.
So really, I can answer that question if that's okay, to share my humble thought process. It's not about, okay, I know that we need to promote ourselves, but it's not about the person. The person is the bridge. It's not about me. It's about what I want to do for the world. It's about what I want to do for people. So a lot of entrepreneurs out there, they're very passionate about helping people. And what they need to do is take that mindset, take that energy to remove themselves from the equation, say, hey, it's not about you. You have a gift, you have a message, you have something that you want to take to the masses, then just do it. And your message is what you want to do to help others. And then that should be the right mindset. That is what's going to help you to flourish, because you're all about what you want to deliver. Not about me, not about you. It's about what the product, program, or service does for the end user. That's what people need to focus on.
Okay, I love that answer, because that makes it easy. You know, and that, I think, you know, subconsciously, that's what I've been able to start doing, because I try to just talk about what the problem is. You know, my problem is that with the 25 million sole proprietors. And I'm passionate about that because I know it's a problem and there's a simple solution. And that makes sense, Anthony.
Yeah,
so you talk about the problem and the solution is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely. Talk about the problem, talk about the solution. But another way to get your product out there is to share it through story. So sometimes we need to take our salesman hat off, right? Because sometimes, even as a sales professional or anybody who's selling something, they put a stress on themselves, right? Oh, I got to sell. No, scratch that. I don't want you to focus on selling anything. I want you to focus on sharing a story. because stories sell. Share a story of how your product, program, or service helped somebody out. Share a story about a program, your product, program, or service of how it helped someone get over this or get over that, or save them from this or save them from that. And when people can start sharing instead of selling, they're going to connect, they're going to bond with people, because there's a genuine interest and dialogue that's going on. Not just, it's not all about, you know, handling the objection and, you know, of course you want to close a deal, don't get me wrong. But what I'm trying to tell you is the first thing you want to do is connect with whoever you're going to be doing business with, because people buy from who they like. You can have the greatest product in the world. If they don't like you,
yeah,
good luck.
Or you could have the worst product in the world, and if they like you, they'll buy.
Exactly.
As long as they think it's solving some kind of problem, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's like, what problem do you solve? And you need to stop being stingy with that knowledge that you have, and you need to share that with the world, because people need what you want. But if you're going to be in your head and convince yourself that it's not good enough, or tell yourself, oh, maybe this, maybe that, all these preconceived notions about yourself and about the customer, then you're never going to get anywhere. Have fun, go out, be genuine.
Yep. Yeah. Keep your eye on the ball, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah, I love this. So, you know, I'm an author, and, you know, we connected through Susie Pruden. I loved when she told me about the idea of itty bitty. I was in, because it was like, that's a community, and I love being in communities, and it's a tool, and it's a powerful selling tool, and you've proved it, you know, 6 different times. They're all bestsellers, right?
Yeah, 4 of them are national bestsellers, and 2 are international bestsellers.
And so what I'm trying to teach my people that are just coming into business is, listen, you need to write a book because it's a great way, it's a great tool to do exactly what you're saying, to share your knowledge with people. And, you know, so maybe we could spend the next 15 minutes talking about how you effectively, because I know a lot of authors that never use the bucks, and I'm one of them. Can you relate to that? You know some people like that write a book and then they go in the garage. And so I want to not only tell my people write a book, but now I want to introduce, and that's why you're coming to the mastermind, to show people, listen, it's not just a book. Now you got to use it. So how do you go about that? And I'm going to start taking notes again.
Well, first, just a little, you know, a sharing right now. So if you're going to be on video and you're going to be sharing your book, got to make sure that when you put it in the screen, that it's actually in the screen, and you got to make sure that your name is exposed. So you never want to hold it down here covering your name. You never want to hold it up here covering the title. You want to hold it in such a manner where it's going to show your full name and title of the book.
Oh, there you see. Alrighty, this has been worth my time.
That's just something simple. Even when you take a picture, if you take a picture with your book, make sure you're holding it there. It's not covering the title, not covering your name. If somebody, a raving fan, wants to post your book on social media, tell them the same thing. You know, make sure that it's inside the frame. Also, it's always very fun that every time that you post your book, maybe on your travels or doing a workshop or a seminar, or even if you have raving fans, always have your link available to where they can buy the book on Amazon. So that's what I do. I post my books, I post my Amazon reviews, and I always put a link so that if people read the review and like, I'm gonna give this book a shot, they can, you want to make things turnkey for people, right? Quick, fast, easy with business and with whatever you're selling. So with the books, I try to make it as easy peasy as possible for people. Just click the link and boom, they can have access to it.
Okay, question there, because I did notice that in your email. I'm like, I got to find your website, because everybody tells me you got to send people to your website, but your links were to your Amazon books.
Correct.
So you're not sending them to the website.
I'm sending them. It just depends. Like, so for right now, we're talking.
Okay.
So right now we're talking about, we're talking about the book. We're not really diving into a whole lot of sales.
Okay.
But we're talking about the book. So I already kind of foreknew that this was about, this was the stage, so to speak. So you promote the book.
That makes sense.
So it's kind of like, you want to have, as a sales professional, you want to have everything in your wheelhouse. If it calls for you to promote a YouTube video, you send them the links for your YouTube video. You have them ready to go. You have them in a separate file where you can just copy and paste. Same thing with your books. If you got multi-published books like myself on Amazon, I have all those links on Amazon ready to go. Anthony Comacho. You just have everything ready to go. Same thing with my topproducerfactory.com company website as well.
Okay. So this is like what you're saying, you got to do everything with intention. And, I'm thinking, man, every time I need that, I have to go into my file, find the links. So, and I saw, you sent me like 31 YouTube videos.
Correct.
So now you're talking, and I'm like, man, he spent a lot of time putting this together just for me.
It's all ready to go, baby. Another little cheat sheet that I do is, I'll actually take the pertinent information, like links to my YouTube that I like, links from my Top Producer Factory business website, links from my book. And what I'll do is I will actually text that to myself. So in my phone, Anthony Comacho Hitman, I'll text all those links. So guess what? In my text message in my phone, I have everything ready to go. And I also have that. I also text that to myself in Messenger. So in my Facebook Messenger, I send myself all the links. So I have links ready to go in my Facebook Messenger. Type in Anthony Comacho, ready to go. And in my personal phone, I texted myself all the links. So that's just super quick access. And also I got it saved on my phone as well. But I mean, on my computer. But
yeah, and these little things, and I'm like, this is what I try to teach people to do. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. But it's all these little things, the time management stuff that we need to do, I got a bunch of notes here. Just, the Amazon reviews. That's something I haven't done yet. Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah. So basically, you can't be shy to promote your book, and you can't be shy to ask for an Amazon review, So go to send people the link, and when you're sending people the link, say, hey, if you would like, it would be nice and kind for you to leave an authentic, genuine review. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. Leave a review. And basically, they leave a review on Amazon from my phone. Super simple. Screenshot, literally from the phone. Screenshot the review. Upload it and post it in Facebook.
It's not just do the review, it's do the review and now let's post it on social media.
Well, I'm the one personally that will post it.
You're going to post it.
Yeah. So I'll post it in Facebook, I'll post it in LinkedIn, I'll post it on Twitter. And then I'll also ask them if they want to post it on their timeline, what they wrote. I'll screenshot it, send it to them. So if they want to post that on my timeline, as many ways to market and brand and promote, why not?
But another thing that you said was key that I learned is you got to make it easy for people. You got to make it easy. It's hard enough to ask them to do something, but making it easy is important too.
Right. And you got to be okay with, here's the thing, sales and asking is the same thing. So you're going to be asking people to write your review. I've asked almost every single person to write a review. Did everyone write a review? No. The point is that I asked. The point is that I'm going to capture some of those reviews. But if I never asked because I was too shy to ask, or, oh, you know, I can't ask them for a review. Well, why not? If they buy your book, why can't you ask for a review? Super simple. And they don't have to. No one has to do anything. No one has to buy your product. No one has to buy your book, your services, etc. The point is just ask.
It's simple. It's very simple. What else? Okay, so another thing you were talking about was the local thing, you know, like bringing my book to local shops and just putting it out there and getting it out there like that. Any other nice tidbits you can give us on selling, on presenting our itty bitty books?
Basically, like I say, you know, go to your friends that are business owners. Maybe that they have an opportunity. Maybe they sell something. You know, there's people that have bookshops that you may know, may not know. When you're walking into a place of business, if you notice that they sell various little things, like anything, other little books or notepads or, you know, staples, you know, any office supply, it doesn't hurt to ask. Say, hey, you know what? My book is on sales. My book is on sales management. I have some motivational quote books. My books are on cold calling. Do you think that the people that run in and out of your store would find some value in that? Doesn't hurt to ask. Does not hurt to ask. I've actually gone as far as going to movie theaters, because at a movie theater, you know, they have all the commercials before and all the advertisements. I've even priced those things out, man. And,
really?
And why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
I love it. I don't know how many movie theaters. I just heard this big, what was it? Regal is like closing 500 theaters.
Yeah, that was Regal. Regal.
That means that they're probably looking for advertisers, right? All of these places. So Elizabeth says, I'm going to have to start writing more. Yeah, no kidding, Elizabeth. She's going to start writing reviews, and that's going to be part of my, I got to put this like into my wheelhouse, like just on a regular basis. You know, hey, can you give me an Amazon review? Can you, even my Google page, you know, can you give me a review? It's not hard.
It's not hard to ask. What's the worst thing someone's going to tell you? No. Okay, no. Fine, that's fine. I'll ask somebody else.
and most people want to help you anyway.
Exactly.
You know, that's the truth. So let me ask you, we only have a couple of minutes left. What do you have? Do you have any like programs coming up, events that you'd like to share with us?
No, not right now. The pandemic's, you know, pretty hardcore right now. Right now I'm just focusing on promoting my book. Again, I published my 6th book this year in 2020, made it to international bestseller. I recently just created a YouTube promotional video for it. I think I sent it to you. I'll probably have that posted in the link here. Had it done by a gentleman named Anderson Seal from Seal Media. He did a fantastic job. Very, very fantastic. I love the work that he did for my cold calling book that you can get on Amazon. But oh, here's the other thing that you can do, Joe, and for audiences out there, to try to promote the Amazon review. So basically, on a situation like this, you have all your viewers. I'm going to tell all of your viewers that if they go to Amazon and type in Anthony Comacho and they buy any one of my books and leave me an Amazon review, I will provide you with a 30-minute coaching call with me on how to up-level your sales.
Really?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow. Does that, I can do that too, right?
Absolutely, Joe. So if you buy the book, if you buy my book, if you buy my book, Joe, then you get 30 minutes. So if you buy 2 books, you get an hour. If you buy 3 books, it's 90 minutes. However, I would also, part of that deal is you have to write me an Amazon review per book, and you get 30 minutes. It's my gift to you and to all of your listeners and audiences for doing that. So all you got to do is write the review, post it on my timeline. You and I will have a dialogue, and I'll give you 30 minutes of content of how to take your sales to the next level.
I'm doing it. I'm serious. That's like a no-brainer.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, and so I'll get. So let's see, 6 books. That's 3 hours. I'll get what you call.
That's right. That's right.
Be careful what you ask for. I just tried to post a link up here. I totally messed up the comment thing, but I'll go back or you can I'll do it because I have access to the 5 different streams. I'll post a YouTube video up there. One way that you could connect with Anthony, and I'm sure he'll give you another way, but one way is you could register at Mastermind with Joe DeChara for this. You're doing it October 31st, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe, Elizabeth booked me for the 31st to speak on your show.
And you're welcome to come. It's a free mastermind. We have a lot of fun. We get people like you coming on and teaching other entrepreneurs, how this is done. So how about this? How do people get in touch with you, Anthony?
So there's many ways that you guys we can connect. We can connect on LinkedIn, Anthony Comacho. We can connect on Instagram, Anthony_Comacho. We can connect on Facebook, Anthony Comacho. We can connect on Twitter, Anthony Comacho. And if you want to send me an email, hitman@camachocoaching.com. And you can also get a signed book. If you want to get a signed book from me, send an email to hitman@camachocoaching.com. We'll have a dialogue and I'll get you a sent book. You order it. It's a little bit more than buying it on Amazon. You can purchase it from Amazon, but if you get it from me, we charge a little bit more because of the defining signature.
It's worth it. It'll be like a Picasso.
Yeah, one day, right? You never know.
Who knows? So how about some parting words of wisdom, Anthony? What would you tell somebody and I know that there's millions of us out there that are just struggling and, they just tell me what to do.
All right. I'll tell you. So if you guys all notice, I have my Batman cup here, right? I love Batman. Okay. I just love everything about it. But there's a particular clip in the Dark Knight movie where Christian Bale, I believe it's the first one, Christian Bale is becoming Batman and he's training with Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson, and they're fighting on the ice. And Liam Neeson is kind of like mentally schooling him and physically preparing him, but he tells him that your father's death is not your fault. Right? He's telling Christian Bale, he's telling Batman, your father's death, your family's death was not your fault.
I think you froze there, Anthony.
So Christian Bale's response was to that, well, I had training, right? And then Liam Neeson said, and I'm going to paraphrase horribly, he said, it wasn't about the training. It was about the will to act. Remove hesitation. You have to have the will to act, the will to move forward. Hesitation is what creates scarcity, being stagnant, being outdated. You have to remove the fear and you have to be able to act. And that is probably one of the greatest inspirations to me, is having the will to act against fear of fear that's within yourself, fear of what other people are going to think. Have the will to act. So I like to be like Batman and have the will to act.
I love that. That keeps it simple. And it always comes down to the same thing. It's like we get in our own ways. We overthink things, right?
Yep.
And honestly, you know, just be in front of the camera. My girlfriend saw me for 2 years struggling. Like, I mean, it was, yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to kind of leave with everybody is there's no such thing as competition. And you know why? Because every single one of us has an individual fingerprint, which means that we could all read the same type of content and we deliver it differently. There's no scarcity, there's no competition, because you can't deliver the way I can, and I can't deliver the way you can. There's going to be people that like you, there's going to be people that like me, right? And so you need to remove that. Oh, well, there's so many sales trainers out there, I can't be a sales trainer. Nonsense. There's only one Anthony Comacho. There can't be other amazing CPAs like Joe. Nonsense. There's only one Joe. So
that's true. Thank God for that.
I don't think the world can handle two Anthony Comachos.
There you have it. You know, take action, get out of your way, and get out of your head. I like that. So that's our story. We're sticking with it, right, Anthony?
I love that.
And
that's my story, and I'm sticking with. That's got to be a tagline for you, Joe. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Listen, it's the truth. It's the truth. You could try to change my mind, but it's not going to happen. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Anthony, and later.